Let's bring back in our panel and talk about this. Judge, I'm going to start with you. Is this the Pandora's box that some legal experts have warned about? You know, when the crumbling charges and subsequent verdict came down, everybody took a step back and said, wow, is this where we're going? Could it happen here?
You know, that's definitely the trend in this country. And you know what? I believe it's rightly so. I mean, you are raising a child. You have a child that is your responsibility. You know the child is doing something that is so dangerous that could, in all likelihood, cause harm to another individual or to the child himself. And you continue to give that child the mechanism. In this case, is a vehicle. We all know that a vehicle can be also considered a deadly weapon, as much as or more than a firearm. So in my opinion, what she did rose to the level of negligence that certainly she could be charged. Now, will it hold up? I don't know. I think that probably the legislature needs to catch up with the trend and the ongoing courts that are charging and the prosecutors that are charging parents and holding them responsible for what I call is felony stupidity. Parents sticking their heads in the sand and just, you know, hoping that everything works out. So I am in favor of this trend. I think it's a good trend, and I think that somebody who knows that their child is driving at these excessive rates of speed, and she says it scares her to her core. Yeah. Okay, so what does that mean? She's scared that her child's going to hurt himself, and instead he hurt somebody else, killed somebody else.
Right, and you just wonder, you know, why the keys weren't taken away, put in a lockbox. Jacqueline, to play devil's advocate, his mom wasn't home when Tag took the keys. She didn't, you know, she wasn't there. She wasn't physically in the home. She was, I think, out of state, maybe out of the country. How does that play in her favor?
Yeah, I mean, it's not devil's advocate, it's her advocate.
You're right.
Generally speaking, the law will punish actions and not omissions. And here we're talking about extending the criminal liability to somebody's omissions. And, you know, it's a slippery slope. So is the case, it really does pose some very difficult facts. That's true. And, you know, as the mother very eloquently stated, this is somewhat similar to providing a child with a handgun, but it's actually not. A handgun doesn't really have any other use other than to kill somebody, one would argue, and especially the kinds of guns that have been talked about in the Crumbly case. Here, though, if we do extend this criminal liability, it may have some really unintended consequences. You could see that the mother was really having a difficult time. Her son seemed to be quite oppositional. We don't know what she's done to try to limit his ability to take the car. She wasn't even home at the time. But anybody who's got teenagers knows that it's a difficult job. And especially if somebody has additional behavioral or personality problems, that's an even more difficult job. And so you can see that she's doing the best she can to some degree. You know, we might look back and say she should have done more. We don't know exactly what she did, but if you extend criminal liability in this instance, this may have some real unintended consequences. And to what end? I think that the criminal law may not be the best place to solve all of society's problems. There may be there is civil liability for sure for her trusting him with the keys, et cetera. But putting those parents who have already suffered so much in jail, I don't know that that would cause any more of a deterrent than the tragedy itself.
All right, Jarrett, last question to you. Obviously, investigators believe they have enough to send a warrant request to the Wayne County prosecutor. So, you know, what do we do with this?
Well, it looks like things are moving and the case is developing. They're building. I would imagine that request is to ascertain some additional evidence. So we'll just have to wait and see what is gleaned from that warrant request. The bottom line is it looks like they haven't thrown up their hands. They're moving forward with something.
Thanks for watching. Go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your screen. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.